You've been watching my channel for the past couple days, you know that I've been going through like this really weird situation where I'm extremely depressed. In my diagnosis, there's something known as negative symptoms, and negative symptoms are basically symptoms that take away or negate something that you should have. For example, depression, lack of motivation, stuff like that. There are also symptoms called positive symptoms, where because of your illness, it's adding something to your life in general, to you, and that's kind of where I wanted to take this video to. So if you don't know much about me, then hi. I go through something known as psychosis, and from this point onward, you're gonna start hearing things that kind of pertain to what it's like to be in that state of mind. So, what is psychosis? Well, psychosis is a positive symptom where it adds something to your life. It occurs in many disorders, schizophrenia, schizoaffective, bipolar, even some cases of extreme major depression. But when it comes down to it, it all accumulates over one idea, the idea of being disconnected from reality. Sorry, I hit my mic. Being disconnected from reality can mean many things. It can mean you believe things that don't pertain to reality. For example, I went through a phase where I believed that my neighbors were time travelers. And I still think back on it and I think, why would I believe that? But I did because of my disorder, because it made me believe things that aren't true. Those are called delusions, beliefs that are not based in reality. For example, thinking your neighbors are time travelers. There are also other symptoms to psychosis, which, well, I guess psychosis is a symptom, but there are other aspects. For example, visual hallucinations and auditory hallucinations, which is exactly what I've been trying to portray in this entire video. As you can hear, there is a voice, a physical, not physical, but a voice that seems to come out of your speakers, not in your head, because there are multiple types of voices. There are two, actually: internal voices and external voices, or inside voices and outside voices. What do I mean by that? Well, when it comes to inside voices, there are voices inside your head, things like intrusive thoughts and thoughts in general. That is what people would call internal thoughts or inside voices. When it comes to outside voices, that normally pertains to things like hallucinations. And a lot of the time when people talk about hearing voices, it's that outside voice. It's not internal thoughts. It's as if somebody is physically there whispering into your ear, as you can obviously tell by what you're hearing right now. It's a very hard thing to deal with, and it's progressively sent me to mental hospitals in the past. In the very beginning, I was diagnosed with depression with psychotic features, which isn't exactly my final diagnosis, considering that was 2 years ago. But I've been thrown around many diagnoses. I don't know. I've been thrown around a lot. There was a point in time where I was diagnosed as bipolar, and then another point in time where I was diagnosed with schizophrenia, and then another point in time where I was re-diagnosed with depression with psychotic features. So it's kind of all around there. But I'm doing a lot better now. I'm thankful for everybody who reached out, even though that was only like 6 people. I'm still really grateful for those people who decided to reach out. And yeah, I don't know what else I want to talk about. Oh, I want to talk about something. Serotonin reuptake inhibitors, or selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, SSRIs, or in other words, antidepressants. They have made me very, very questioning of my own biochemistry in my head. There was a point in time where I really wondered if this pertains to me, like if these antidepressants actually work on me, because I was still severely depressed, and it takes a lot of troubleshooting, because I've been on 3 antidepressants. 3? Lexapro, venlafaxine, mirtazapine, Zoloft. Yeah, I've been on four, not three, but it really it takes troubleshooting because sometimes antidepressants make it worse, sometimes they don't, and at the end of the day, it's gonna take a lot of time. So you have to like be able to communicate with your doctor, which is something that is hard, especially in COVID, but it's something that you have to do. Oh, I keep hitting the mic. But yeah, excuse me scratching my ear, but yeah. So, hope you enjoyed this little simulation of what it's like to have psychosis. It's just me sitting in front of the camera talking and putting in some editing splashes in there to show what it's like to be living with psychosis. So, I hope you enjoyed. I'm doing a lot better. Thank you for everybody who's reached out to me. I really appreciate it. A big reason why I feel so much better now was, well, I've decided to not take my meds for these past couple days, and I finally started taking them again because, as you know, antipsychotics kind of numb your head. So I started going on more. I started to go back onto my antipsychotics, and that definitely has changed a lot of things in my life. But yeah, I hope you have a good one. Shoots.